Welcome. Welcome to the underground. So I've been missing for a few months. Had a little bout with some cancer. Got over that. And so the underground is back for another season. Still season 1, episode 12. I am DJ Water. And this is the underground. How y'all doing this morning? I know it's pretty early. Always early for me because I'm an early bird. So that's why I'm up. But today I want to talk about the young couples. The young couples of the day. Is it too young for 25-year-olds to live together? Is 25 too young to live together? I mean, is it 25 too old to live together? What do you think? Because I know I didn't move in with my baby's mama until I was like 30. I think 30 years old was when I moved in with my baby's mama. She told me she was 18, but actually she was 17. She got me, but that's all right. We good. But the question is 25-year-olds too young to move in together? I mean, because, there's a difference in mentality about young couples and older couples who, know they got bills, know they got car notes, house notes, know they got responsibilities. The young couples nowadays don't have that, or do they? I want to know from you. Is young couples too young to be living together? Even getting married when you're 25. Let's do it like that. Are 25-year-olds too young to get married and start a family? Or should you wait till you're about 30? You should wait till about 30 before you get married, right? Because 25 is way too young to get married. Even if I would even attempt to live together at 25, because, especially as a guy, you're still out there running around doing your thing, out there being dog to the game, And if you're a dog to the game, then you're in the game. If you're a dog in the game, that's all I'm saying. Because at that age, 25 was way, 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 way too young to be living together. I mean, you should at least date for a couple of years. If you want to get married that young, it is not going to work. Appreciate that. It's not going to work. Not at 25, it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work at no 25 years old. There is no way that when you're getting married at 25 years, it's going to work. You might just go ahead and date. Because you ain't know yourself, at 25 years old. Wait till you're about 30, 35. Date till then, it's going to be some bullshit. I'm just letting you know. It will be some bullshit. It will be. When you're that young, there's always going to be some bullshit when you're that young. So, y'all let me know. Tell me about it. Is 25 too young to be living together? What do you think? Because I think it is. Especially at 25. You're not even, you're just fresh out the crib. Probably fresh out of college. You ain't got your career together good yet. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think 25 is a little bit too young to be living together. Because you don't know nothing. You're still out there partying. You're still looking at other women. Girls are still looking at other guys. Especially now with this social media, Instagram and TikTok and all these other social media platforms. Especially if you're on Instagram, OnlyFans and all that. Hey, once you get on there and start getting paid, you ain't thinking about no dude. You thinking about the money, which is fine. You got to pay your bills, but a relationship and in your 20s, nah, don't do that. Don't do that, because it's not worth it. For one, you ain't gonna make it. Yeah, I wouldn't live together, was it 065? You can date at 25, but don't live together because you still count. I mean, let me put it like this. I'll say 60% of people at 25 years old ain't gonna make it. Ain't gonna make it. You're too young. You can date at that age, so you can pull each other out. But that young, you want to cut bills. I was 25 before. I get kids that are at that age, and they are like struggling right now because they want to party. They calling their parents for trying to get loans. You know, 25 is just too young. You'll be better off living alone and dating than living together and trying to date because you're trying to cut bills. Snoop Wolf, what the fuck is that? Now, when you get to your 30s, you might be able to do that. 30 years old, you can live together, find out, and then, keep it moving. But 25, when you're in 20s, I wouldn't even attempt to live together. And that's going for the 20s. That's just coming from me. That's just coming from DJ Water. That's just coming from me. This is the underground. And I give you the real. So, my opinion. This is my opinion. 25. In your 20s, put it like that. In your 20s is too young to be living together. You can date, have your fun, get all your dog air out and your cat air out, and then come on back. And that's one of the worst reasons. That's one of the worst reasons, Zero. Living together because of money. Because most of the time, when you live apart, you do better than trying to live together and trying to pay bills. Because then you start cutting corners. Women start relying on men to handle it. Men start relying on the women to handle it. When you're paying your own and you're dating, then it's a little bit different. When you're living together and you're dating and trying to pay the bills, that ain't gonna work. It ain't happening. Been there, done that. Got kids and been there and done that. It ain't even working for them. They struggling right now, trying to struggle. Money's coming from getting you a job. That's where it's coming from. Both of y'all gotta have a job. These days, it takes two. It takes two to run a household. And if you're living by yourself, it's much easier because you're thinking about yourself. When you're living with two people, you gotta have a bigger place. You spend more money. You gotta have two cars. You're gonna have two cars anyway, but it's like I said, it's cheaper. The food's cheaper because you're fending for yourself. In your 30s, when you get a little bit older, your mentality thinks is better. You start looking for a better job. You start thinking about getting married, having kids. That type. So yeah, you shouldn't. Anything if you're in your 20s, don't even attempt to stay together. I'm trying to get somebody's opinion about what you think. When you're in your 20s, are you too young to live together in your 20s? Can you make it out here in society in your 20s living together? That's what I want to know. Because I've done it. And all relationships that I was in my 20s didn't work at all. Did not work one bit. It didn't work. Nope. When I got in my 30s and started having kids, then that's when it started working. But when I was in my 20s trying to live together, shit. That's why you shouldn't go to college. What's college teaching you? Half the stuff you go to college to learn, you don't even use when you get out. There's plenty of jobs out there without going to college. I don't even know why people go to college to party. I went to Western Michigan with my son playing football for 4 years. And that's all colleges do is party. Yeah, you learn if you want to stay on the team because you play football. But as far as getting on the squad, no. I had to go to college. I went to BYU, Backyard University. That's what college I went to. BYU, Backyard University. Get up out of here. So, nah, I didn't go into college. Like I said, college is a waste of time, waste of money to me. You can get cheaper online now. Unless you get a grant, you have to take advantage of that. You get grant money, yeah, go on and go to college. Do that. You ain't got to pay that shit back. And you can get free grants too. Do that. But when you got to pay for it, and then you got to pay it back, it's ugly. I'm telling you, it's ugly. Because that money's crazy. So tell your daughter. Nope, my daughter's already out of college. She grown. She's done. It's a wrap. It was a grant too. Free grant. Don't go to college and then have to pay that shit back. Hell. What the hell? You ain't that's not smart. Get them free grants. Plenty of free grants out there. Plenty. Me and my wife sent both our kids through free grants to college and had to pay there and back. That part. That part. And there's nothing wrong. Exactly. You come out of college and be right in debt. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I've heard of the word tuition. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Get them free grants. Go on and take it then. If you got one of them, go on and do it. Well, you got to pay that shit back. Along with your other bills that you got to worry about. No. Don't do it that way. Free grants. Look it up. Every city has them. Every city has them. Just got to do some research. Look for them. I can't think of the one we had here in Nap. I'm not sure what it's called. But, yeah. It's always free grants out here. We sent both of our kids through. Both of them. One's IT Tech. One plays for Denver. Now he's up in Canada playing, and he's getting ready to retire next year. Yes, sir. So, free grant money. But the topic today on the underground is, are you too young to live together in your 20s? Sometimes even your 30s. Even your 30s nowadays, kids in these 30s, they ain't trying to even be mature yet. They still want to, wear the pants sagging and get the hat turned around backwards. They ain't even thinking about, no career, no retirement, no pension, nothing like that. Party, 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 party. That's it. That's all they want to do is party. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong. That's what I'm saying. Being young in your 20s is too young to live together. You gotta at least find out about yourself first before you start living together. You can date, have fun. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. Chill, you're young. Enjoy life while you when that work world gets to you, and you start getting houses and cars, and you want to live a certain way, you need money. You do need a college education, but go to college on a free grant. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Get that grant money. Get that grant money. You get that grant money, then you ain't got to pay that shit back. You know what I mean? TikTok, come on. This is the underground. I do give you the real. I give you the real all the time. Anytime you come to my page, I give you the real. You can go on Waterboy51 and see all my videos on YouTube. Waterboy51. Boy spelled B-O-I, not Y. Waterboy, B-O-I, on YouTube. There you go, bro. John, that's what I'm talking about. Just like that. Only had a GED. Now you see what I'm saying? You don't need no college. That's all buffoonery. It's all a trick to get you in debt so you can get to paying these fools back all this money that you don't need to. If you go to college, nothing wrong with college. I'm not saying anything is bad about college. If you go to college, make sure you get a grant. That way you ain't got to pay it back. They have these free grants. Take advantage of them. They have them all in cities everywhere. They have them. Or you'll get a free ride. You know what I'm saying? You get a free ride because you were smart. When you get these loans, man, no, don't do that. You don't need to. You do not need to. Get on in there, get your education, and get on out. But when you do go, make sure you use it. Don't just go, just be going, but make sure you use it when you get there. My thing is, in your 20s, it's about you. Put it like that, okay? In your 20s, it's about you because you just now learning yourself in your 20s. You're still young. You're 20. You just came from 19. You know what I'm saying? A year ago. So you went from teen to 20. Now everybody think they're grown. You're 18, you're grown. No, you're not. Legally, you're grown. Legally, at 18, you're grown. When you're in your 20s, in my opinion, this is the underground's opinion, okay? This is the underground's opinion. It's too young to be living together. It ain't gonna work. You may have 15%, maybe 20% of it may work, all right? If you agree, give me some likes, give me some followers if you agree. If you agree with me, the underground, your host, Waterboy, DJ Waterboy, if you agree with me that being in your 20s is too young, hit the like button a couple times. Go on, hit this ping, 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 ping. Say, hell yeah. And if you even was in that situation in your 20s and you was like, yep, you're right, too young to be getting married, and too young to be living together. We dated and it didn't work out. Because, like I said, this is the underground's opinion. It's too young. I'm sorry. Being that age, way too young to be married. There's nothing wrong with dating. Nothing wrong with being sitting back and chilling. You know, doing your thing, being a guy, being a girl, being a woman, being a man. 20s, don't do that. Because you really ain't serious. You're just trying to stay out the cold. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's when you're in your 30s, 35, somewhere around there, that's when you start thinking differently. You know, you start looking at it like, dang, it's time for me to get married, it's time for me to start a family. That's when you start being a grown up. But when you're in your 20s, living together and trying to, you know, say you're grown, no, it's not happening. It's not a good thing. You know, you're not thinking rationally in your 20s. You still want to run the streets. You probably got your nice ride, you bumping. You know, you're sowing your oats in your 20s. There's no need to even think about living together in your 20s because it's not going to be beneficial towards you because all you're thinking about is you right now. In your 20s, just date. Be you. Do your thing. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You ain't married to nobody. You're a single woman, single man. Remember that. There's nothing wrong with living together. I mean, the Bible says it is, but people do it every day anyway. Living together. I think it's an easy means to, you know, survival. And then you come find out that you don't even get along, right? You get to fighting, police get called, hoes get knocked in the wall because you moved into it early because everybody wants to do their own thing in their 20s. Live alone. Date. Find out what life is really about before you start moving in with each other because you ain't gonna be no big old headache. Cars gonna be, windows gonna get busted, tires gonna be slashed, keyed up, all types of, especially if you get one of them toxic men or toxic women, you know, who, you know, can't take no or rejection too well and get to tripping. You got some of them out there, you know, Men and women. I ain't just talking about women. Men and women flip out because you ain't giving them too much attention. And so if you're living alone, then you ain't got to worry about that. You got your own. Until you get to the age where you can live together and you want to live together. Even if you fall in love, I mean, you can tell if somebody actually loves you. If you're really sincere about love. You can tell. You can tell if somebody actually loves you when they love you. Because once you cheat and you get caught, it's a coin flip. Some people give you another shot. Some people send you on your motherfucking way. Once you cheat, always cheat. That's the saying. Once you cheat, always cheat. So things happen, situations happen. That's why living alone is the best medicine. You know what I mean? It's the best medicine to live alone. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. It's too early. It's too early for any couple at that age to be setting up, stressing and fighting, getting bailed out of jail because you know she gonna come pick you up, bail you out, or he gonna bail you out. Because supposedly you love each other. But how many times a week is that gonna happen? How many times a week is that gonna happen with you and getting bailed out, y'all fighting, scratching each other up, busting each other's cars up, scratching it? I mean, how many times is it gonna happen? So the best thing for you to do is live alone, learn how to do it by yourself. What's wrong with that? It's easier. Life would be a lot more convenient for you if you just do it by yourself until you're ready to actually get out there and test the world. Because America right now is effed up. And sometimes, you know what? The more I think about it, sometimes you have to live together for survival. Now, if you're loving each other and one of y'all having some issues, you can move in with me and I can move in with you, but you gotta set some ground rules. Ain't gonna be no laying around playing on motherfucking PlayStation. Ain't gonna be around up and doing no TikTok videos and shit either. You know what I'm saying? So, if you lose your job while you're moving in, got support, go get the hell on out. What does a pressure game mean? Nick, what are you talking about? Nick, 333, what does a pressure game mean? Am I saying anything about some Pacers? I don't know what pressure game means. I'm not sure why you even asked that question. We're talking about something totally different. We're talking about young relationships. And it's too young for 25-year-olds to live together. And you went all the way to some basketball. How we get there, Nick? How did we get there about some basketball? I need somebody's opinion on this 25-year-old thing, because it's like, I see it all the time. I see young couples all the time living together, got apartments together, but hardly ever survive because you're still young. You're not mentally stable yet to even think about paying your bills on time. You cut costs because you want to get your hair and nails. You want to go out and party. And then you fall behind. And then parents got to cover the expense because they don't want to see your lights and gas and shit get turned the fuck off because you don't want to do the right thing, which is ridiculous. Now with me, here's my thing. If you got kids, and let's go for the parents, if you got kids in their 20s and they need to come back home, Then get a one-time pass. Come on back. We have to help you get you straight, and then put you back out there. You call again and you need to come home? No. Because I gave you the 2s once. You failed. You came back. I gave you some extra curriculum 2s. I gave you some backups. I gave you some secrets to get back out there and do your thing. And you screwed up again. Now you want to come home again. So I can, no. Nope. Can't do that one. This time it's all on you. Get on out there. Figure it out. That's all I can say. Get on out there and figure it out. Because you can't keep coming back. I'll keep bailing you out. Then you're going to keep on coming back. I keep bailing you out. I love you. But you can't keep stepping in and out of the house like that. Your friends are different from my friends. You understand what I'm saying? Because my rules are very strict. When I get up to leave at 6 o'clock in the morning, if you ain't working, you getting up leaving too. Oh yeah. So that way I know you'll leave quicker. While I let you back in the house. Now, even like I said, I give you one-time pass back in when you screw up. Our parents should do that. Our parents should let their kids back in when they get kicked out of the house. One-time pass. Let them back in, get them straight again, put them back out there, and let them go. But to put them strict rules on them, they ain't coming back. You know what I'm saying? Trust and believe. 30 days, they're going to hurry up and find them somewhere they come up in here. 30 days. You got 30 days. When I leave, and my wife leave in the morning, you got to leave too. I don't know where you're going to go. Find somewhere, but getting up out of here, that's the way you do that. That way, you ain't coming back, or she ain't coming back. And it's even a little different if you got children. Now, you may have to be a little lenient with the girls, just a little. You may have to be a little lenient with the girls, you know what I'm saying? Because especially if they got girls. I mean, they got children. You don't want to do your grandbabies like that. But you may have to take the initiative to help her get on out there. Because, especially being a daughter, daughters and fathers, it's a little different. You're a little softer on them like that, but you got to be a little stricter on them too, little baby. You can't keep coming back from here. You got to get it together. I'm going to help you find you a spot. I'm going to put you in the spot. But if you lose this spot, sorry. If you want to let this raggedy man up in here who ain't helping you, sorry. I'm not coming over helping kick you out. I'm not doing none of that because I let you back in. You left. You came back with a child. I helped you again. You left. Now you're struggling because you let some knucklehead who ain't your daddy's father up in the crib. No, we ain't doing that one. Sorry. You're going to struggle. You can call me. I love you. But we ain't doing that one. Can't do it. Nope. But the underground was created to give people the real. I'm DJ Water, and I'm giving you the real. That's all. I want to let you know how it is. Giving the real so you know how real it is out here in this world. You know what I mean? Because it's very real out here. Living together in your 20s, stay away from that, okay? That's not a good thing. Wait till you get to 35. Because in your 20s, you're still out there doing your thing, still running the streets, still doing you at 25. Just date. Again, this is the underground. I'm always going to be the one to give you the real because I'm DJ Water. DJ Water. I need for y'all to go to my YouTube page, Waterboy51. Waterboy, WATERBOI 51. Check out some of my videos. I just started. I got 6 or 7 on there, trick shots, stuff like that. subscribe, help me get this thing rolling. We'll be back sometime this evening with my co-host, Doc, for Two Piece Dark. Yeah, that's the other podcast. Two Piece Dark this evening, about 8 o'clock tonight. All right, y'all tune in. I'll holler at y'all later on. This is The Underground with your host, DJ Water.